live. Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to all our viewers out there. Hey, Tati, I see you. So this week, there's a new film short out, and all films. I hope that you guys will try to support true filmmakers, and not AI films. Okay, I'm just saying that this is a craft. Okay, and it takes skill, talent, takes actors and actresses to make a great movie. But we need people to be in those seats. We need people to crowdfund with them, to sponsor them, to do whatever it takes, because we need real talent. So I'm a big supporter of that. And this week, there's a new film alert. Yay! Today, we are here with the lovely cast, leading ladies, I'll call them, of Black Rain. Yes, Black Rain, a new film. Yes, created by two cool films, Shante, Jefferson. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Thank you so much. I'm doing good.
Thank you. I mean, I am so excited that you guys were able to come and join us today. This film is, I've only saw a clip, but the little clip that I saw, I was like, yes, because right now there's a lot going on with groups, and I won't talk about all that, but there are a lot going on with groups and the troubles and issues that go on with groups. So this hits extra hard for me, because I used to be in a group, so I know that Pearl. So it struck a chord, saying, "Whoa, that's real stuff. That's not just that's stuff that happens within any group." So thank you. Well, I guess you can take whichever order you'd like. But what led you guys to this particular role, or to two cool films, should I say? Like a casting, or you heard about it?
I'll go. So Shante and I went to the same school, the New York Film Academy. Oh, yeah. And I was eating by the vending machines, and he came over, and we just started talking. He told me about a film, and he was like, "I'd love for you to audition for it." And yeah, I auditioned, and I immediately fell in love with the character, even though she was definitely a piece of work. But that was my story of how I.
Those are the ones.
Yeah. I'll go next.
Mm-hmm.
So I also went to New York Film Academy.
Nice.
And I met Shante through Gabby. Okay. So if it wasn't for Gabby, honestly, I would not know Shante.
Oh,
but
wow.
She was like, "Hey, there's a super cool film coming up, and I think you would be a good fit for the role." I was like, you know what? Let me see what it's about. As soon as she mentioned singing and dancing, I was already sold.
Oh, so you already sung and danced beforehand?
Yeah, I just like when singing and dancing and all like performing arts can be incorporated into a film. It's just cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You, Imani?
And for me, so I don't go to New York Film Academy, but CeCe, who produces the film, who also is Shantae's wife, like, she vouched for me to Shante, and basically like reached out to me via email. I don't know how she found my email, but I'm so thankful she did. And at that time, I was actually going to a conference. So that time that she wanted the audition, like, I just was honest, and I was like, you know what? I don't think that I'm going to be able to send this into you, because like I'm going to a conference and I don't want to like half do this, like I want to do well and my best. So she's like, okay, well, if we don't have somebody by then we'll ask you to audition. And then when I came back, she was like, "Are you still open to auditioning?" And I was like, "Yes, sure, like, cool." Nice. And then I submitted it a week later, and then she got back to me.
Fabulous. Good casting. From what I saw, I'm loving it. I cannot wait till I see it all. How do relationships among sisters evolve throughout the film, and what key moments lead to their ultimate betrayal? I know it's complex, that one.
Yeah. I think you definitely see in the beginning like the strong family bond that these, because they're sisters and cousins, that they all share just a really strong familial um, thing, that they're doing something that they love together and they're all very good at it. But when egos get in the way and people want to be the best, I think that's when the betrayal starts setting in, and the 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 rat race almost for Sunny of like trying to be the best and trying to prove herself to be number one, I think is where for her at least it comes in, the betrayal for sure.
Well, also because this happens in real life, music business with group, especially with girl groups and guy groups, I think, where there's one manager will pull you to the side and say, Shanyia, you're prettier than the other girls, right? Or Gabriela, that we can market you much better, right? Or, Imani, something about your chops is way better. They pit each other against each other.
Yeah.
So that's why I like this, because I've heard stories from real groups that all kinds of stories. So it's not far-fetched. It's not like out of the air. So
yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Yeah. And what about personal connections? Did any of you have personal experience that influence your portrayal of the struggles faced by your characters, with the music industry?
I personally haven't had any experiences tied to the music industry, but for my character, Phoenix, I could relate to her feelings of like betrayal. I felt betrayed in my life before, so I could kind of connect with that. But also, Phoenix has a strong love for her family, and I'm very family oriented. I'm very protective. I'm the oldest sibling, and I was the oldest out of all of us, out of the cousins in Black Rain. So I could easily connect to the want of like keeping everyone together and family first, and the hurt of a betrayal, especially for somebody that like I hold in high regard and I love so much. I think that's where I could connect very easily with her.
And your character, Shanyia?
I was gonna also piggyback on the whole family oriented situation because my character, she's the one that I want to say she tries to hold the group together, and she wants us to all kind of like be on the same accord. So as far as like family sticking together, that's where me and my character kind of resonate with each other, because I myself am a big family person as well.
Okay.
And then also just like my character's genuine love for music. Yeah.
And so someone is missing here today. I'm sorry. My apologies, Michelle. Explain Michelle's character, please, somebody, for me. We don't want to forget Michelle.
We love Michelle. First of all, shout out to Michelle, because Mimi, that is my girl, the sweetheart. Mimi played Phatima, who is like very grounded, she's like the one that's the wallflower of the group, but like, when somebody like speaks so much, it's kind of like, okay, this person's speaking again. Phatima was, when she speaks, you hear, because she's not the one to always speak up. And what she says lands because she's so observant. Phatima is also very smart. She's a woman of many talents. Yes, she could sing and dance, but she also like had an opportunity to go to college too. But because of her love for her sister, I'm her sister, but her cousins, Sunny and Dee, she's like, you know what? Like, I'm going to ride this wave. And then we ended up blowing up as a group. So she's book smart. She's artsy. And yeah, she's a wallflower, but her words land.
Wow. Okay. All right.
True.
Uh, what about so the film it dives into the pursuit of success, excuse me. How does your character's ambition drive the group forward? Like what are the consequences of that ambition? So I know Gabriela probably can speak a lot to that one.
Yeah, for sure. I think that Sunny, um, her ambition will be the death of her, in a sense, because I know, she wants the group to be the best, and she wants to be the best, and it's a lot to do with her growing up and not having her mom around and wanting to kind of really like prove to herself and I guess her mom as well that is past that she is the best and she is worthy of this and like she is just like her mom. But sometimes, especially when it comes to manipulative men and men that take advantage of women and kind of get in their head, I think it's really heartbreaking because I know she obviously didn't want to betray her family, but when drugs get into the mix and somebody telling you like whispering in your ear like that little devil on your shoulder is definitely a recipe for disaster. But yeah, I my heart goes out to her, but hopefully she learns in the end.
True.
And let's see. Well, sisterhood. So, how does the film portray the balance between sisterhood, family, and competition in the music industry?
Mm.
I mean, I know there's that scene that we're gonna actually see, but I'm sure there's more in there about that. How those relationships play out.
Yeah.
You know, because you go in as a family thinking, okay, that's my cousin, that's my sister.
Mhm.
This is going to work. This is going to be fabulous. There's not going to be any problems. But you're
Right.
human beings in the end, and I say the devil's busy all the time. So
Mhm.
with that being said, there's always something lurking in somebody's head saying, "Yeah, I can actually go solo." You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I think one of the scenes that shows the girls' love for each other like the most
Mhm.
um, is after Sunny kind of does her explosion and like leaves and kind of has her diva moment. But
Mhm.
between the other three girls and they're like, you know what? No, we're still Black Rain. We're still gonna pull through. We're gonna send our love out to Sunny and pray for her as much as we can. But at the end of the day, we're still a group and let's do what we love because yeah, we got it. We're a
Right.
family, and we're still gonna do this thing we love, even though it's not going the way that we imagined it right now.
Right. So, well, in the end, they catch it. They do the right thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, can any of you describe like a pivotal scene in the film that showcases the tension between the sisters? Like, what was their approach to acting in that moment? Like,
Mm,
especially if you haven't had that situation, how do you
right.
prepare for that?
Well, I would definitely say there was tension between all of us in the scene where spoiler alert, we find out that Sunny
Hmm.
is leaving the group,
Okay.
Mm,
but she never told us. So we found out along with everyone else.
mm.
Um,
That is the scene
it,
that we watched too. The scene that you've seen.
I was,
yeah,
yeah. When you finish, I was gonna say what was your favorite scene in the shoot, and I wanted you to set up this clip that we're gonna watch. So, yeah.
yeah, that was a scene of tension. And
Mhm.
then after, I know Dee and Sunny have this like talk where their mom who passed comes up,
Oh.
and that was very tense too because you can see like Sunny actually reflecting on what she did, but not knowing like, okay, well, I already made the decision and my ego is also high and I don't want to admit that I was wrong, but now I'm starting to see like, okay, I was wrong and these are my sisters and we all were in this together and I messed up. Now I don't know like how I'm going to fix it, but like I do want to fix it because I love them. But again, like ego gets in the way. Our manager Kane, played by Alex, he's like that snake,
Yes.
spewing seeds in her mind, kind of like trying to separate her from the
Right.
people who love her the most.
Yes.
So yeah, I would say that whole blow up scene and after
Right.
was very intense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's always the snake when it comes to groups. There's always somebody lurking around, saying,
Yeah,
wait.
and the crazy thing is, it wasn't anybody in the group; it was an outsider. You
That's
know.
usually what it is. Believe it or not, out of all the girl groups, and I've interviewed actually quite a few, but out of all the girl groups, there's always an outsider that's whispering in one of their ear,
Mm.
and probably all different ears actually. Because like I may think you're the best, she may think you're the best, he may think so it depends on the eye of the beholder. But there's always someone, and that's because someone's always trying to think of a hustle, and guess what? You're it, right? So
Mhm.
that's what that's about. It's just human behavior, unfortunately. What was your? Let me see. What was your favorite scene to shoot with Shante and CeCe? What was your favorite scene? Anybody?
I can go.
Yeah.
I loved shooting the music video and the dance scene. It was
Okay.
so fun, like rehearsing all of it, and coming for rehearsals, and then actually like shooting it and getting to shoot and dance, and have our little pop star moment with it in front of the whole cast and crew, and it was really fun. And Shante, he definitely like treats his and CeCe, they treat their actors, and their entire crew was like, like this is a really professional set. We want everybody to be happy and having a good time, and it was really collaborative, and it was one of the more fun moments I've had on a set. So yeah.
Nice. And you Shania?
That
What was
was
your favorite?
also one of my favorites. But my second favorite would have to be um it would have to be the hospital scene. Listen,
Okay.
it was hard. It was strenuous on our right. I'm not gonna give y'all too much. It was a lot to deal with, like as far as preparation in that.
Okay.
But it was really nice as far as like the set. I just never been on a set like that.
Okay.
Yeah. It
They
was
took care of
it was cool. I had
you. Okay.
fun. I
Absolutely.
took a lot of pictures that day.
You did. Nice. Always gotta have some behind the scene pictures. And Imani, what was
Mhm.
your favorite?
I would say my favorite was the dancing
Okay.
scenes.
Okay.
I felt like we
Yeah.
were very free,
Mhm.
especially like Gabby said, we had multiple um, dance lessons or from a choreographer. Her name
Yeah.
is Zakia
Zakiya Davis,
Davis.
right? Okay.
Yes, shout out to her.
Yeah.
Shout out.
She created this amazing dance for us, and she made us look good.
Mhm.
And I think because we learned it so much, and we, even met outside of practice together to learn it,
Mhm.
it just felt like a time on set where we could actually just like let go and be.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I felt really free during that time.
Sure.
Nice. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, who's going to set up the clip for us that we're about to see? So, guys, we're going to watch a clip just a little bit before, so you can see a little bit, so you'll know what we need to crowdfund fund, so we can finish seeing the rest of this movie because I want to see the rest. Okay,
Yes.
set it up, somebody, anybody.
I'll go. So what you're about to see is the moment that we kind of talked about before. It's one of the kind of the more climactic moments in the film where Sunny is late again to another shoot of hers, running on Sunny time as always, and the girls all find out together that Sunny is going solo.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
He reached out to me and I didn't want to say no.
You selfish, disloyal ass bitch.
What?
Really?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Bitch, you better start talking.
All right, listen, that's your last bitch.
Or what?
Chill.
We are not doing this. You know what? I'm done with you, Sonny. And Kane's ass is fired. Fucking up everything we done built together as a family? Yeah, fuck this shit. Fuck you.
Phoenix! I obviously didn't.
Wow. Yes.
Woo.
Wow. Okay. I am ready for the rest of that. Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Have it.
That's
Very
intense.
funny.
And I see Gabrielle for a moment you were like, oh, I messed up on this one.
I know it's hard to watch. I'm like, girl, Sunny, chances to do better. Yeah,
that scene for me hits home. It does.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I've seen it firsthand.
Mhm.
But how just something so simple as some other manager toning in your ear saying, you're different than the rest of them. And of course, you're going to be like, well, yeah, I am, duh, right? But then you're like, oh, my bad. We're supposed to be in a group, right?
Mhm.
When you're in a group, you have to think only group. That's it.
Yeah,
Or else
yeah.
anyone can infiltrate the group. So,
Right. And obviously,
I'm
there's like a time and place for it. Like if you do want to go solo or do whatever, but there's ways to do it. And she went the opposite way. That.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just how you do it. So your
Right.
character, what aspects of your character did you find the most challenging to portray, especially in relation to their ambition and the betrayal? Yeah.
I think for me, really just honing into all the different like the underbelly of Sunny, of like her childhood, losing her mom, now being introduced to drugs at a young-ish age. She's like maybe 19, 20, and also being manipulated and groomed by a guy in the industry, like technically her boss. So like really just like trying to portray that many layers as possible, and do it in an authentic way that from a natural place.
Oh, okay. So CeCe asked me, that's Imani, where did all that emotion come from in that scene? That's a lot.
Well, I think I think I mentioned it earlier. I am the oldest sibling, and what's in me naturally is to protect.
Right.
So I really honed in on that need to like protect D and to protect Phatima. Yeah. So that's basically where I pulled the emotion from. Like just like, okay, the want to protect my younger cousin and my younger sister from hurt. Even though I'm hurt in this moment, I care more about like them right now. But then also like I've been angry at a person that I've loved before because, and I'll speak for myself, like I see something in you and I know something that you're missing that's going over your head. So like it's like an anger of like, don't you see like what you're doing is you have no recollection of like any of your wrongs? Like she's just like, oh my gosh. And it's like, oh my gosh.
Right.
You don't see how you just hurt your whole family?
Right.
But how we had to learn everything with everybody else, like that's messed up, girl.
Yeah.
Like wake up.
Yeah. But there's always one, I mean, how do I say it? I wouldn't say airhead. There's always one character in real life groups that just really thinks that what's wrong?
Around them.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Right? Until everybody wakes them up and says, hello, what do we do about all these gigs that we have together? Right? Then they start thinking more logic and coins, and then it becomes like, oh yeah, maybe that was stupid. Because now you got to go off, and now we just messed up what we said we were going to do, right? So I think there's always that person, because unfortunately we're human beings, and one of us is always going to be a little bit more gullible than the other. That's just life. I mean, unfortunately, that's just life. So what do well, I know you said you like the music part. How did music influence your character's journey, and what role does it play in expressing your emotions and conflicts? I guess, Shanyia, you should take that one first, because you love the music, right?
Yeah. So as far as like, wait, could you repeat the question?
So like, how did music influence your character's journey? I'll do that first.
How does music influence my character's journey? Well, I guess just her passion for music is something that really kept her wanting to continue on with the group and wanting to keep the group together.
Mhm.
Also, she wanted to make her mom proud.
Okay.
So music was a big part of her mother's life
Mhm.
and my life. Well, my character's life.
Right.
And it's something that she wanted to like continue on, like a legacy that she wanted to continue on.
Okay.
So it was bigger than just music, honestly.
Right.
It was
Right.
kind of like for her mom.
Okay. Because I know that is, to explain that to me, there is one of the characters' moms passes away or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sunny
that's
and Dee's.
okay. So that's important
Mm-hmm.
to later how that affected them. Because I remember her saying you want to not carry the legacy on, something like that, like your mom, sing like your mom, something like that. Something. That's not exact quote, but but that would make a big difference on the journey.
Exactly.
And so did now you all can sing, correct? Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean girl group, duh. But sometimes they slip one in the back and be like, just don't say too much.
Right. Turn the mic down a little bit.
Just smile and look good. Smile and look good. So so that's why I asked that question.
Mhm.
So the viewers takeaway, what do you hope that the audience learns about the nature of ambition and betrayal in the entertainment industry through your characters' experiences? What do you think people can take away from this? Because it is a real good lesson, actually.
Yeah. You want to go,
I
Imani?
Yes. I think what audiences can take away from this, not even just in the entertainment industry, but in life, like keep a core group of people around you who
Mm.
really love you, who will
Mm.
hold you accountable,
Yes.
and use your discernment on um, who should be a part of your team. Like whether you have a business, whether you're pursuing an acting, singing, whatever career, like really vet out who is around you and make sure you don't have yes men in your life, and
Mm-hmm.
people who will be like people who really care about you, that will be like, hey, like that person doesn't
Right.
seem like it, like he or she is taking you down the right path.
Mm.
But also to humble yourself
Mhm.
and to not let your ego or your pride like be your the force of what you're doing, you
Mm.
know. Always
Right.
think about how your decisions affect other people around you, especially the people that you love and value in your life, because those are your backbone.
Mm.
So treat them with respect.
Mm. Very, very good advice. Thank you. Um,
Yeah.
ladies, how did working together as actresses? You know, it's hard for women to find lead roles anywhere these days. All the films that I see, it's a lot of men leading, and they are now putting women, but they're like, okay, whatever. So I love whenever I see women at the forefront of something, just because I'm like, okay, can we get some estrogen here, please? Thank you very much. That's just me. Just because I don't know, it just seems like a little bit different than shoot 'em up, bang bang, whatever.
True.
Which is fine. I mean, I like those too, but it's like when I look at the history of Hollywood, it's like, okay, can we just get these other stories of all types of people and all types of things? So I love this also. You have Latino, you have African American, you have a lot of everybody. So I like that. Um, how did working together as actresses enhance your performance and the portrayal of sisterhood in that film?
Ooh, well, I definitely learned a lot on this set,
Mhm.
especially I think I am the youngest. I don't remember how. Yeah, I'm the youngest. Yes.
Oh,
So it's
oh,
like having these strong and very much educated and seasoned actresses like to work with. It kind of, well, it definitely helped me learn a lot more about, just acting in general. And
right.
there's certain stuff that certain teachers can't teach.
Yes.
It's something that you just have to be in that atmosphere to learn.
Mhm.
And it was also it was very uplifting working with each other. We never had any moments where it was like, okay, you need to do more, you need to do less, or it was none of that. It was always good criticism, just working together. I don't know. It was a fun experience, and I
Sounds
would
like
do it over again.
that's awesome. That says a lot for your director and your filmmaker. So I think that says a lot
Yeah.
because
Black Rain Part 2, Black Rain Part
Black
2.
and so let's see for the future. Let's see, after portraying these very complex characters, how do you guys feel about your own ambition within your acting careers? Like, do you think these themes, resonate with your personal journey as actresses? You'll be able to carry it farther.
I think so. I think that I think with Sunny, like I always knew, you have to be really careful who you trust in this industry, especially as young women. It's really important to know who you're working with, to like really say no to any drugs or anything like that. Like it's really important because it is like, a big part of the culture, I guess, when you start, hanging around certain crowds and certain whatever. But as an actor and as an actress, I think this really helped me kind of tap into places I didn't think I could, in the sense of like portraying, somebody who's like new to drug use and being, having so many different voices and having so much heaviness in her. So I really, really related with her with that. And I think I love her ambition. So that's something I'm going to take away with it, but, to to an extent.
I know what you mean. Well, Imani, any last things that we're missing before we wrap it up, guys? Because it's been great. I know you got things to do. I can keep you on for 2 hours, quite honestly. I like you guys.
And I like
You
you.
too.
Welcome back anytime. Ask Shante. It's
Yes.
always open. Yeah, always open. But guys, my viewers out there and our viewers, follow Black Rain Journey at BlackRain_4 on Instagram and TikTok. Hashtag Black Rain. Hashtag make it a feature. Okay. Do hashtag everything else that don't make sense. So hashtag something that makes sense and make some sense for the right. That would help us out a lot. So you guys support real actresses, support real filmmakers who sit down and take their time to write and not pop up some AI thing. No offense to you AI people, but offense to you AI people.
I was going to say offense.
Like,
As a writer, I like to write real stuff, even if it isn't perfect. That's okay. But this film you must see, and actually go check out Two Cool Films. I think it's .com. Just check out their site anyway, because they have a lot of great stuff. These guys are they are the next Spike Lees and whoever else is up there. They're it. His wife and him work very hard. They're very serious about this business, and I want you guys, if you can, go to their website and check them out. Support them. Support actresses. Do you guys have anything else coming up? Or this is it for now, and you'll let me know later if anything comes up. Yeah,
For sure.
okay.
100%.
You got to go. Okay, before you get to that red carpet, you come see Tanya. Okay.
Yes.
Period.
Town With Tanya. So thank you guys. CeCe, we see you. Thank you so much for chiming in. You guys are awesome over there. We appreciate you for your true artistical talent. And you always pick such good cast. How do you do that? Up with that. So you guys are awesome. I cannot wait to see this. I will support in any way I can. Make sure you come back when we can make it a feature. I hope we can get to that stage. Okay. Promise you'll come back and see us again.
Of course.
All right. So my viewers, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe. You know I hate saying that. I hate saying that, but I gotta say it. And check out Black Rain. Two Cool Films. Check them out. And what else? Am I missing anything, girls? You guys see all the TikToks. You can run this again or inbox me if you want to know anything about how if you're a business, maybe you want to, sponsor the film. Hey, that's the best place to be is on a film board somewhere I'm just saying. They do it all the time. That's the best sponsorship. I'm just saying. So check it out and try to support if you can. Okay, guys? Until next time, ladies, hang out with me for a minute while we say goodbye to everybody. Thank you, guys. And let's see. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hang out with me for a minute. Hang out.